Senator.
Mr. Senate President and my learned senators in our chamber. Upstanding is Senator Shehu Idris, Senator representing Kano North Senatorial District. Looks very upset with this sitting today. Senator Asari, why on earth should you invite senators to waste their precious time? Good parenting is a private issue and should be discussed in a family circle and not where politicians are seated. Senator Asari, let me advise you about the needful. The needful is that you ensure to prepare your state delicacy and bring it to your fellow senators to see if you are a good parent. Mr. Senate President, this bill is purely fiction and waste of time. Please, let's end this section and go back home. Thank you.
Yes, my distinguished senator.
Mr. Senate President, other literate senators here present. Supporting the bill is Senator Stella Agi, Senator representing Cross River, North Senatorial District. I'm not happy with the last speaker. We all know what our nation is turning into because of our children. We should always be serious for once in our life. Senator Shehu Idris, in your senatorial district, juveniles are trained as bandits and future terrorists. Are you so concerned about Cross River delicacy? Listen to me, I am talking.
Oh no!
When children in your senatorial district are suffering, you are not a true father of your senatorial district, and you don't deserve these children's parent vote to be here. My Senate President and other distinguished senators, good parenting should be enforced so that the light of Senator Shehu Idris can be corrected. Thank you.
Yes, my distinguished senator.
Mr. Senate President and my dear distinguished senators in our chamber here present. I, Senator Kela Ataku, Senator representing River State North Senatorial District. See this bill of motion as a pathway of rehabilitating some parents who have derailed from their responsibilities. The level of recalcitrant attitude showcased by our children have become a problem to our nation. Children who are poorly parented have become nuisance and cannot add value to our nation. The Boko Haram, militants, and sea pirates are all masterminded by a group of juveniles who are poorly parented. Mr. Senate President and other senators, it is high time we accept facts and face reality life. Good parenting should be enforced so as to bring back sanity into the future. Thank you.
Yes, my distinguished senator. Mr. Senate President, other distinguished senators in our red chamber. I, Senator Femi Adeyemi, Senator representing Lagos State South Senatorial District, disagree strongly with the last speaker. Poor parenting is what has killed the hope of our future leaders. Lazy parents who engage in polygamous marriages have played down wrongly for producing children they cannot cater for. Most of these children from this polygamous family are abused of their rights and cannot add value to the nation. Most of them end up as criminals, kidnappers, bandits, and terrorists. It is high time we accept this bill and put machinery into action to checkmate parents who are found guilty. Mr. Senate President, let us call a spade, as this bill stands as a light to drive erring parents from darkness. Thank you.
Yes, my distinguished senator.
Mr. Senate President and my distinguished senators in our chamber here present. I, Senator Ndubisi Emeka, Senator representing Anambra Senatorial District, has carefully studied this bill, sponsored by a noble senator from Cross River State. Good parenting should be a watchword for all parents in our nation. We are all aware of the difficult moments we are facing in our nation. It is a period of hardship and trials. Most of the parents find it difficult to cope with this situation, and as a result, this causes poor parenting. I will be of the opinion that government agency and all parastatals should carry out modality that will ease the suffering of parents so as to reduce poor parenting. Some parents will wish to stay outside longer and return to their home lately because of lack of resources to care for their family. Mr. Senate President, Senator Asari is on the right track. I support this bill. Thank you.
Yes, my distinguished senator.
Mr. Senate President, other dismeritable senators here present. I remain Senator Amarachi Okafor, Senator representing Imo North Senatorial District, is very happy with the bill of motion. But at the same time, not happy with the agitation by some distinguished senators. The bill sponsored today is a clarion call for those who are guilty of this motion. We all know that there are some good parents who can do their duties properly, but at the same time, they have to accept that charity begins at home. We, the serving senators, have a role to play in the sensitization of poor parenting. If we go back to the drawing board, we will understand that it is very necessary for us to go back to our different senatorial districts to see what we can do to support parents who are not capable of doing the needful for their children. If a parent who cannot afford fee payments for his children's school fees is employed in an industry built by government, corporate bodies, and other parastatals, this will help reduce poverty and the level of poor parenting will be reduced. But since we still have every parent, the law must have its full weight on them. Thank you.
Yes, my distinguished senator.
Mr. Senate President, other distinguished senators here present. I, Senator Babatunde Oladipo, Senator representing Ogun South Senatorial District. I am very upset with the whole setting in our chamber today. The topic itself is very irritating and embarrassing. Distinguished senators are to discuss the next round of contracts, senatorial district allowance, and the way forward on budget amendment and acceptance, and not petty bill that doesn't matter. Senator Asari, if I should ask you, where are your children? If you are preaching good parenting, why are they not living with you? A good parent parenting her children in London and she is in Nigeria. Are you sure you really know what those kids are doing there? Mr. Senate President, other distinguished senator here present, I moved a motion that
distinguished senator.
Mr. Senate President, other distinguished senators in our chamber here present. I, Senator Vincent Ebele, Senator representing Bayelsa Central Senatorial District, disagree outrightly with the last speaker. Why should you suggest a suspension in the midst of distinguished senators when we are only deliberating on a bill of motion that will help reduce atrocities in the society? My distinguished senator, Babatunde Oladipo, you were asking Senator Asar Ekpeyon why she is not staying with her children in London and prefer Nigeria. Let me quickly answer for her. She has decided to do that because people like you are in the business of kidnapping these people's children. Yes, I'll say it again and again.
Honor!
Mr. Senate President, other distinguished senators, good parenting should be enforced with all machinery on ground. Time, I raise my case.
Yes, my distinguished senator.
Mr. Senate President, other distinguished senators in our chamber here present. I, Senator Fatima Musa, is not in support of this bill. Why should Senator Asari decide to wash the dirty linen of parents before distinguished senators? I was expecting to listen to bills like parent empowerment, a necessity in our country, need to enforce the use of senatorial districts allowance judiciously. It is very upsetting to know that the person sponsoring the bill is not doing any possible empowerment for parent survival. Mr. Senate President and other senators here present, this bill lacks the true merits to be accepted. Thank you.
My senators, we had an entertaining section and a prolific moment. We are going to take a 3-minute recess and later return for final debate and resolution. Thank you.
May we all rise.
You may be seated, my distinguished senators. During the first section, we had a positive and negative backing on the bill of motion in our right chamber today. We still need to carefully deliberate on this subject matter and have a possible conclusion on this bill. The floor is open for more positive debate. Yes, my distinguished senator.
Mr. Senate President, other meritable senators in our chamber here present. I am Senator Bumi Kayode, Senator representing the Lagos North Senatorial District. We will never support this bill of motion. Parents are people to be respected and not to be discussed by politicians. If you are discussing yourself in the public, it simply shows insanity of the highest order. Senator Asar Ekpeyon is absolutely out of a true state of mind. This bill should be titled Joke of the Century.
Honor!
Because it's great fun and annoyance. Mr. Senate President, let's quit this session and call it a day. Thank you.
my distinguished senator. Mr. Senate President, other distinguished senators in our chamber here present, I am Senator Ime Albert, Senator representing Akwa Ibom North Senatorial District. I feel very displeased with the last two speakers who will not grant his or her teeth when cold water is poured on them. Some parents have derailed from their responsibility and have caused the nation to suffer. Most of the riots, ranging from NSAS and others, are carried out by the juveniles. What was the parents of these children doing in order to save the life of these children who were carried away by petty money given by sponsors who are still parents, though not biological parents? We are the ones eating our cake and still want to have it back, which is not possible. All parents should return to their responsibility in full ramification so as to save the future leader from distraction. Mr. Senate President, I strongly support this bill and emphasize strongly on punishment on erring parents. Thank you. Yes, my distinguished senator.
Mr. Senate President, other distinguished senators in our chamber here present. I am Senator Chinere Wafo, Senator representing Anambra South Senatorial District. He's wondering what really motivated millennials senators to sponsor a disgraceful bill of magnitude. Who is not a good parent and who is a good parent? A bunch of crazy female senators who are opportune to be in a red chamber are looking for a way to be noticed. I don't have a word to raise on this irrelevant issue. This bill should be deleted and never documented. Thank you.
Yes, my distinguished senator.
Mr. Senate President and other able senators in our chamber here present. Raising the motion is Senator Stella Ogunga, Senator representing the Bayelsa South Senatorial District, will never support the last speaker. Why are you attacking Senator Asari as if she killed your goat? If the level of recalcitrance in our society is so high, and the leaders are folding their hands to watch, what will you think will be the outcome? Nothing more than endless crime and violence. The bill of motion speaks for itself. I should not start suspecting that those working against this bill are the sponsors of the juvenile crime in our society. Mr. Senate President and other senators in our chamber are present. This is the high time to tell the truth to ourselves. This bill is a super bill and will help check legs on those working against this bill. I am strongly in support of the bill. Game on. Thank you.
Yes, my distinguished senator.
Mr. Senate President, other dynamic senators in our chamber here present. Upstanding is Senator Prince Jonathan, Senator representing River South Senatorial District. We really give kudos to Senator Asari for finding time to sponsor this bill. Our country has seen the percentage of crimes reaching to the climax of 85%. Parents have lost their true values as parents and have decided to play down the good parenting rules. It is high moment we all run back and teach our children the true etiquette of life so as to salvage our dying future. A child who is not properly trained will not fit in as a professional in any field of work. If we don't act fast, our industries and offices will be empty because there are no credible people for the work. The message is sound and clear. Good parenting will never be a choice, but a must for all parents. Thank you.
Yes, my distinguished senator.
Mr. Senate President, other distinguished senators in our chamber. Our
Senator Femi Adeyemi, Senator representing Lagos State South Senatorial District, disagree strongly with the last speaker. Poor parenting is what has killed the hope of our future leaders. Lazy parents who engage in polygamous marriage have played them wrongly in producing children they can't cater for. Most of these children from this polygamous family are abused of their rights and cannot add value to the nation. Most of them end up as criminals, kidnappers, bandits, and terrorists. It is hard time we accept this bill and put machinery into action to checkmate parents who are found guilty. Mr. Senate President, let us call a spade, as this bill stands out as a light to drive every parent from darkness. Thank you.
Yes, my distinguished senator.
Mr. Senate President, I, Senator Simi Olatunde, Senator representing the Oyo Senatorial District, will always tell the truth at all times. The use and abuse of the internet is what has really killed the system of good parenting. Some parents spend time chatting, gambling, and watching movies with their phone, forgetting to create time for their children. Most of them do not even know what their children are doing in school, talk less of looking at their home jobs from school. It is the right time. Parents go back to the root of this matter, so to save our children from practicing poor parenting in the future. Thank you.
Yes, my distinguished senator.
Mr. Senate President, other distinguished senators in our chamber here present. I, Senator Ngozi Ebuka, Senator representing Imo South Senatorial District, have listened carefully to all the speakers today. A long-term vision is not solved in an hour. We all know the problems our nation is facing because of our children. I will contribute my quota by stating that a committee should be set in order to find lasting solutions to this cancer war that is digging deep. In the committee task of preference, provision should be made in order to assist parents that are incapacitated. And they should also see to it that the children's rights are protected in all ramifications. Mr. Senate President and other senators...
Don't just sit and look at these children. What you cannot do, see what they are doing. Appreciate them. Come out and appreciate them, please. It's not an easy thing to do this.
Honor!
Appreciate the children. Appreciate the children. Appreciate the children, please.
My senators, we are very happy that we have come to the end of this interesting, educating, and rewarding section that have enlightened our parents and other viewers worldwide. The topic, good parenting, is a subject to beckon with. But since we are in a democratic dispensation, we will do it the right way. If you are in support of this bill of motion in our red chamber today, raise your hands and say ayes.
Appreciate these children.
Beloved brethren, it's time for you to come out and appreciate what the Father has used these little ones in our midst to do. Please just come to the tray here. Drop whatever you have to appreciate and encourage them the more. And as you do that, the Father would keep blessing you in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Yes, just come to the tray.
If you are not in support of this bill of motion, raise your hands and say nay.
Go quietly to the tray. We don't have to distract them or derail them from the trend of thought. So no distraction, just go quietly and appreciate.
vote for the bill of motion on good parenting. The ayes have it.
Order!
Today, the 5th of October 2024, the Children Parliament of Brotherhood International Nursery and Primary School, 10 Enede Street, Calabar, have agreed to enact into their constitutions good parenting a necessity in our country. A 6-man committee will be set in order to work on the stability of this bill and will give their report during our next session. Senator Asari Ekpeyong is the chairman of this committee.
Order!
Move to the
This
tray.
is our conclusion.
Appreciate them.
Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum.
Please,
Bum bum bum.
hold on. We just have an indication from fathers, children, those that really care and encourage good things and want to motivate it. We have just been informed that there's a gift to be given to individuals of this group that you are seeing that the Father has used so wonderfully well in this wise. So please, as they file out individually, the Father, through one of his sons, the daughter, is going to present them with a gift. So you just give them a chance as they move on. Then please ask that person to come this way, because whatever is done has to be seen here. Whoever and whatever gift is to be presented to them should be brought this way, so that the file pass, they can give them. Okay, this way.
Bum bum.
Please tie the gift to that way. As the file pass, please, you hand over
Bum
to them.
bum bum.
Those
bum bum bum.
that have to come to support them financially, please, you can still come to the tray.
Bum bum bum. Bum 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 banana.
Please check that way.
Banana.
Clap, 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 clap for them.
Banana. Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum.
I want to believe the parents here present have learned a lot from that performance.
Bum bum
That we should